Hi guys! So I kind of wanted to give you a life update as things are a bit crazy right now. So it's currently Thursday morning at 11:39 a.m. and I just got off the phone with the on-call cardio nurse. Who's not able to help me, but that's for a different reason. So essentially what's going on is we have been having problems with my port. It's been floating around where it's been moving locations a bit, and it has been tilting. We knew the tilting could happen. I have very spastic muscles which can flip and tilt the port. Unfortunately, the surgeon that placed this port did not want to suture it down, so we have been dealing with a very tilted port just about every week, which has made accessing very difficult. And if you don't know, I'm on TPN, about almost 50-50 nutrition between my TPN and my feeds through my J-tube. So it's not good for me to miss TPN. So like I said, I de-accessed on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. My mom went to feel my port and see how it felt this morning. We felt like it was manipulatable to access, so we set everything up. We went to access and we realized my port is completely flipped right now, where the back is up front. So I have no idea what to do. So like I said, I called the on-call cardiology nurse. The cardiology nurse that I know is not in the office today, but she does respond to emails on Thursdays. So I shot her an email and I'm hoping that she responds soon. Basically I told her, what's going on, and asking her kind of what our next steps should be, which most likely looks like either heading to the ER and DC to see if the hemoc nurses the oncology nurses can manipulate it and try to, flip it back into place, or this might be a surgical fix. So I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah.
Level 2 to room
This is
13,
when
level
they've
2
got
to room
the
4.
tinted pattern up on the
Hey guys, so I just wanted to kind of explain what happened in the clips that you saw. So as you saw, when I was first talking, we were pretty positive and sure that my port had completely flipped. I did want to clarify, we have had problems with my muscles and ports in the past. I have very spastic muscles, and they can tilt ports if the port is not sutured down. The place that placed this port, the hospital that placed this port, did not believe in suturing ports down. Now, at that point, if you didn't know, when I got this port, it was in the middle of a hospitalization. I had gotten sick. My old port had gotten an infection from it. And, we got that port out, and it was a week before I got this one placed. We thought this one would be big enough where my muscles would not physically be capable of tilting it or shifting it or anything like that. We did know from the very first day that this port does like to move like a glacier, and we were like, okay, we can handle that over tilting. But as time's gone on, that was 1.5 years ago, we have had issues with this port tilting. And as you saw in that video, we thought the port had completely flipped. Now, after my nurse practitioner had emailed me back, she said, hey, you need to go to the local ER. I, kind of asked which one, because I've, one that's capable of doing an x-ray, 10 minutes from me. And, the other one that I would trust is 2 hours away. So I kind of asked her, like, which one, and she had said just to go to the one that's 2 hours away, because that is where I would end up if I did need an emergency surgery to get my port replaced. So me and my dad had packed some extra clothing, some extra medical supplies, all of my meds, syringes, stuff like that, just in case, like, worst case scenario, I did have emergency surgery and did need to go down that path. So we had all that prepped and we headed down. We did have to go through the ER. It was a bit busy, but after a while we were able to get the x-ray, and it showed that my port was completely in place. It was not, in fact, flipped. But what we were hitting when we were trying to access must have been the side of the port because of how tilted it was. So at first they kind of had asked me if I wanted to attempt accessing the port. While I have accessed my port before, it has never been when it is this tilted. My mom is amazing and always accesses my port for me. I've only done it once. I'm not a huge fan of needles, so it was, kind of hard for me then. It's kind of hard for me now, but my mom is amazing and always accesses my port, and she has literally sometimes been the only person that can access me. When I was inpatient last February, and even a few times last August, my port would misbehave and the nurses would have trouble, and my mom would be the only person that would be able to manipulate it to get it in, because she knows how my port reacts. She knows how my body tilts the port and shifts it and stuff like that. So I had a nurse from oncology called over, because if anyone in the hospital could be able to get into this port, that if you touched it, you could feel that it was tilted. Now I want to clarify that just because it was in good placement does not mean that it was not tilted. It was, in position, as in, the back was where it needs to be, the front was needed to be, but the port itself was tilted. So it took the oncology nurse 2 tries. We tried at first with me laying back, and then we saw that, with how this would work, me sitting up would be the best bet. So it took quite a few minutes of massaging the muscle and trying to stimulate it. We couldn't exactly feel where the main part of the port was, but after quite a few minutes, a lot of massaging the muscle and stuff, we were able to get in. But that was kind of like the last straw for me with this port, in a way. I had already been considering calling a general surgeon, I know, to see if she would change this port out with a new one or try to suture this one down. So that was kind of my last straw with this point. And mind you, the surgeon that I'm referring to has exchanged ports for me in the past. And she does suture them down. Like, she sutures them down, and it is amazing. I love her so much. But I did end up I think the day after I got home from that, whole ordeal, I did leave a message with the surgeon's office, and I was able to get a audio appointment with them, and we do actually have the surgery scheduled and on the books. So currently, as of it is August 16th, we do have surgery date. We have a date for an MRA scan to be done, which we're doing before we fly out. because it's going to be me and my dad this time. We fly out, have surgery, and then we fly home the next day. So yeah, we do have everything to get it replaced. This port shall be gone soon, and a new one, or if she can suture this one down. But yeah, hopefully all of this will be resolved very soon. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a video. I do plan on recording and posting as all of this unfolds through the next few weeks. So see you guys next time.